Good morning, students. Welcome back to the biology class. We have studied different types of plant tissues in the previous classes. Today we are going to learn about animal tissues. Like the plant, the animal tissues are also classified into different types. On the basis of the function they are performing, animal tissues are mainly classified into four types. They are epithelial tissues, connective tissues, muscular tissues and nervous tissues. Which are they? Epithelial tissues. Connective tissues. Muscular tissues and nervous tissues. So animal tissues are mainly classified into four types: epithelial tissues, connective tissues, muscular tissues and nervous tissues. First we can study about epithelial tissues. You have already studied. Epidermis is the covering layer of plants. Similarly, the animals are also covered by, or externally covered by one layer of tissues, and also all the organs of animals are also covered by one layer of tissues. So that covering layer or protective layer of animals are known as epithelial tissues. So epithelial tissues are the covering tissues or protective tissues of animal's body. So the animal's body and also all the organs and cavities of the animals, etc. are covered by one layer of tissues. So lining of intestine, lining of mouth, lining of blood vessels. All these are made of one layer of epithelial tissues. And also it acts as a barrier to separate different body systems. Since it is a covering layer, it acts as a barrier to separate different body systems. And like the epidermis, the cells of the epithelial tissues are also arranged very closely. They are arranged compactly without any intercellular spaces. In between the cell, the cementing material is also very less. The cells are arranged very closely without any intercellular spaces, and also in between that there is very less cementing material. So since it is a covering layer, if any substance need to enter into the body or leave from the body, that substance must cross at least one layer of epithelial tissues. So the permeability of these tissues plays an important role in regulating the exchange of materials between the environment and to the body, and also from one organs to the other organs within our body. So the permeability of the membrane is very, very important for regulating the exchange of different materials from one organ to another organ, and also from our body to the environment, and also if any substance need to enter into our body, this substance need to pass through this epithelial line. Okay, then based on the structure and function they are performing, epithelial tissues are of different types. In the case of lining of lungs, lining of blood vessels, Mostly the exchange of gases, substances, etc. occurs. We are inhaling oxygen. That oxygen finally reaches to the lungs. Then from the lungs, oxygen is transported to the blood vessel. So through the lining of lungs, exchange of gases occurs, transportation of gases occurs. So in that region, the epithelial tissues are very much thin and flat in shape. So the lining of lungs, lining of blood vessels, etc., where the transportation occurs, mainly the epithelial tissues are made of very thin and flat cells. So such epithelial tissues are known as simple squamous epithelium. That are known as simple squamous. So that is present in the lungs, blood vessels, etc. Lungs, blood vessels, lining of mouth, etc. through which mainly the transportation and exchange of materials occurs. There the epithelial tissues are blood cells are very thin, flat, and also it is forming one delicate lining. Such epithelial tissues are known as simple squamous epithelium. And in the skin is also one type of squamous epithelium. You know the skin is the external covering that always in contact with the external environmental condition. So there is a more chances of tear and wear. So in order to protect the tear and wear, the skin forms different layers. The skin is made of different layers of squamous epithelium. So such epithelial tissues are known as stratified squamous epithelium. Stratified squamous epithelium. Okay, you have to say and study the terms. Simple squamous epithelium, next one stratified squamous epithelium that is present in the skin. It's a compound epithelium, compound. It is composed of different layers. In all other epithelium, it is composed of only one layer of tissues, but in skin, it is composed of different layers of tissues, and that are known as the stratified squamous epithelium. In order to protect the body from tear and wear, the skin forms different layers. So that are the stratified squamous epithelium. And in the case of lining of intestine, through that only the absorption of food molecules occurs, where the little more large, elongated, pillar-shaped epithelial cells. Elongated, tubular, pillar-shaped. Like this, elongated, pillar-shaped epithelial tissues present. Such epithelial tissues are known as columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelial tissues. So lining of intestine. Intestine through there only mainly the absorption and secretion process occurs. There the epithelial tissues or the cells, which is like they are elongated, broad or pillar shaped epithelial cells, and such epithelial tissues are known as columnar epithelial tissues. And in the lining of our respiratory tract, nasal cavities and trachea, etc. Respiratory tract. There also the columnar epithelium present, but from that epithelial cells, cilia-like projections, small hair-like projections. So if the columnar epithelium consists of small hair-like projections, such epithelial cells are known as ciliated columnar epithelium. That are known as ciliated columnar epithelium that is seen in the respiratory branch. Okay, then in the lining of kidney tubules, cube-shaped epithelial cells are present. Cube-shaped epithelial cells that provide mechanical support and also the secretion process occurs. So they are the epithelial tissues that are made of cube-shaped cells. So such epithelial tissues are known as cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium. Where does it present? In the lining of kidney tubule. And in some time, the epithelial tissues fold inward and there it forms one multicellular glands. So such epithelial tissues are known as glandular epithelium. So in some cases, the epithelial tissues fold inwards and it forms one multicellular glands. So from that glands some secretions there. So it acts as a gland. Such epithelial tissues are known as glandular epithelium. So these are the different types of epithelial tissues. So based on the function and structure, the epithelial tissues are of different types. Which are they? Simple squamous, it is present in the lining of lungs, blood vessels, etc. Stratified squamous, that is present in the skin. Columnar epithelium, that is present in the intestine, lining of intestine. Ciliated columnar, that is present in the lining of respiratory tract. Then cuboidal epithelium, lining of kidney tubules. And also in some regions, it forms one glandular structures and glands-like structures, that is forms the glandular epithelium. Okay, so the epithelial tissues are the covering layer or the protective layer of animal's body. Okay, then next section we can study about all other animal tissues. Thank you.